I really think some of the biggest problem now with young kids is that, I hate to say it, when I was a kid growing up, knowing we had one parent at home with us all the time. Now, in most cases, you got both parents working, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And kids have a lot of free time on their hand, where they should have supervisors around them.
Pretty much what this class also did, it reinforced what the child learns at home. I think it should come from the household first. A child will learn from their parents, be it a combined family or a single parent on their own. Myself as a mother, it's my job to show Cheyenne through different instances what I feel is right, what's wrong, you know, your responsibility to do this, which will gain you the right to do that. In terms of this class, basically the difference between rights and responsibilities, I think it should be a staple in the curriculum of high school, because during high school you learn about everything else, but there's never a class where there's never a focus on then after, what are going to be your rights, what are going to be your responsibilities.
The world is not friendly, and it would be a shame for them to get out there at 18 and find out that a right is a responsibility and a responsibility is a right, and just be confused. I found that with her, it really helped her to make better decisions. As she stated, on the way up here, we were talking, she was accepted at a college, and she told me, she says, you know, I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity because I've done things in my senior year, some that I've regretted because I didn't take advantage of certain opportunities. So it taught her to make better decisions and to learn, as she said, what's important and what's not.
I do this mentor program away from school on Thursdays, and we talk to the kids about because they're in middle school, and I think I'm the youngest counselor there, and we talk to them about when you get out of middle school and you move on, you have so much more to worry about. Like, your responsibilities grow like times a million. And like we were telling them, like, you need to know now that, like my grandma said, rights are responsibilities and responsibilities are rights. Like, they come together as a package.
But this class just reinforced it. So the students not just thinking, oh, mom and dad are just telling me this. Now they're being reinforced by being in a setting where there's actually an instructor who doesn't live in the home with them, reinforcing the same values.
I know that what he's going through, because I've been through it in ninth grade. In ninth grade, I didn't have the best grades. I wasn't the best student. I would, you know, talk in class and walk around and stuff, and I would slack on grades, but I let them know that just because I've done that in the past, that doesn't mean you have to. You still have a chance. You have 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Whereas for me, 12th grade, then it's the real world.
Yes, I did see the link between rights and responsibility take place in the lives of the students that I taught. They grew, they became more responsible in their classrooms towards their teachers. They became more responsible at home towards their parents. They became more responsible towards their friends. And they just grew as the result of this class. One main incident that really stood out in my mind was when one of our students was not responsible enough to follow the curfew rules at home. And as a result of not being responsible enough to follow the curfew rules, he went out at night beyond his curfew time, and on his way home, he got murdered. So that's one thing that stood up in my mind. It will help you to be a better teacher. And so I would strongly recommend this course to teachers.
The main thing by raising kids, what I've learned, is you have to gain their respect. If they respect you, you're not going to have too much problem with them. You really, but if they lose respect for you, you got a problem with them. You really have. You definitely have a problem.